Norman Powell's two dagger threes were the final straw that broke the Clippers' back. A 32-4 run left the Clippers completely helpless. Facing his former team, Powell was ruthless and precise. Harden and Leonard have never faced a stretch like this, 16 losses in 18 games, completely unable to find a way to win. The same player people once mocked as nothing without Harden spent last night pouring salt straight into the Clippers' wounds. He went 12-for-18, 6 of 10 from deep, dropping 30 points, 3 boards, 3 assists. While helping the Heat sink the Clippers, he also helped deliver that brutal 32-4 blast, and handed Harden the worst plus-minus of his entire career, -39. Some people ask, what's it like to be tossed aside by the team you love? You'd better go ask Powell, the Powell of this summer. Last season, he averaged 21.8 per game. In the first half of the season, he was playing at an all-star level. Because of him, the Clippers held onto a top seed in the West. Even when injuries slowed him late in the year, he fully believed he could work out a new deal with the front office. Powell loved that team. He wanted to finish his career there. And the Clippers front office told him more than once, "We need you, this team is better because of you." Just days before he was traded, Powell even approached Ty Lue to talk about his future. But negotiation, he never even got the chance. At that moment, Powell was vacationing in Italy, but to acquire John Collins and Bradley Beal, the team had no choice but to ship him to Miami. Everyone kept saying Bradley Beal would be an upgrade over Norman Powell, but the reality? Beal is already out for the season, and John Collins has struggled to fit in. This season's Clippers, outside of James Harden, really haven't gotten anything standout from the rest of the roster. The Clippers, now sitting at 5-16, second worst in the West. Powell hated the insincerity from his old team, but never imagined that Miami would become a place of mutual appreciation. On day one, Spoelstra told him, "We've been trying to get you for years." What Spoelstra didn't know was this: the Heat had always been Norman Powell's childhood dream team. In 2015, Powell was picked 46th by Toronto. As a rookie, he was broke. One day, he went shopping with DeRozan and Lowry. The two vets told him, "Pick whatever you want. Today's on us." Powell spotted a pair of $1,500 shoes, but because he didn't know the budget, he quietly grabbed a cheap shirt instead. At checkout, DeRozan cursed him out. "What are you doing?" "I said pick whatever you want." Powell had grown up painfully poor. He never quite fit in, because he never felt like he belonged. Born in 1993 in California, raised by a single mother, abandoned by his father, sharing a dark home without lights and sometimes without enough food. He always tried to save money for his mom, even skipping meals at school just to give her back the cash. Life kept hitting him harder. They were evicted for unpaid rent. Worse, Powell had a severe speech disorder. He struggled to speak and hear, and his slightly bowed legs made him an easy target for bullies. Once, when a teacher didn't understand what he was saying, a frustrated Powell bit the teacher's arm. Then his uncle, Raymond, stepped in, the man who saved him. He filled the void of a missing father, taught Powell chess, and introduced him to basketball. From then on, 12-year-old Powell left a note every morning: "Mom, I'm going to the park to practice." At sunrise, he practiced Kobe's moves alone on a cracked outdoor court. He had two idols growing up, Kobe and Dwayne Wade. His favorite team, the Miami Heat. Powell dreamed of meeting those two men someday. But life wasn't done testing him. In his junior year, Raymond was diagnosed with brain cancer. Powell became his full-time caregiver, bathing him, feeding him, walking him. But in the end, Raymond lost the battle. And then this summer, Powell's childhood dream finally bloomed. In Miami, he was assigned the very same locker that once belonged to Wade. There, he found a place that felt like home. Powell said, with the Clippers, every possession was a scripted play. But the Heat care about team basketball. Coach Spoelstra gave him real respect. Through his first 17 games, Powell started all 17, averaging 25 points, 3.7 rebounds, 2.4 assists, career highs across the board. Against the Clippers, he dropped 30 and slapped his old team across the face. Some people love to say, without Harden feeding him, Powell is nothing. But in Powell's life story, he's been doubted forever. And every time, his game has answered for him. Today, he's not only living his childhood dream off playing for the Heat. He's finally found the stage always deserved.